Alright, hello everyone. I figured I'd do an update. So the last couple videos I posted on YouTube were of my 92 Toyota 4Runner. Well, recently I traded for this Datsun 280ZX. Just 4x4 wasn't my thing anymore, and I wanted to get another little rear-wheel drive car. So I guess some kid in town traded me for this. Just gonna do a quick walk around, kind of show you some stuff. Already did a couple things to it over the past couple days of owning it. So this is the back. It is a 1981, like I said, Datsun 280Z by Nissan. It's overall in alright condition. Pretty much all stock. Paint, as you can tell, is pretty faded and peeling, but where it's not painted and peeling, like down here, where the clear coat's still good, it actually doesn't look bad. No dents, where I haven't found any places where bodywork's previously been done, except for maybe over on the passenger side. And this is the front. There's a little bit of rust down here in the bottom valence. I don't know if you can see that with the shadows. But right here, that little corner's all rusted. Along with up along the window trim here, you can see some rust. Other than that, around the door handles, there's a little bit on both sides. It is the T-top, just the two-seater. It still has the stock 14-inch aluminum alloy rims from the factory. See, now over on this side, it's different because it's cracking. It looks like where there was some maybe body filler or Bondo, or I don't know if that's just all the primer, base coat, and top coat all just cracking and peeling off, but it's not happening on the driver's side. And it doesn't have that same like metal sound to it as say like a Fender. Kind of has more of a deadened sound. Like it sounds like it's almost like a fiberglass door, but it's metal because there's metal right there. So more rust. T-tops. I guess there's still the original factory T-tops. I think this deck lid might have been replaced or someone just stuck a turbo badge on it. It's not the turbo, it's the naturally aspirated 2.8 liter. The engine code I think is L28. And it doesn't, I know inside, I'll show you, it has the switch for the rear window wiper. This is the inside. Interior is pretty rough. Door panels, a little bit teared. The vinyl's cracked and faded from the sun. See, it has the rear windshield wiper along with the sprayer, but no actual wiper or motor. It's been taken out. Interior is pretty fairly stripped in the back. Doesn't have the carpet, doesn't have all the little panels and stuff. Open up the hatch. Sorry if this is going to be kind of a long video. The guy did replace the deck struts, or the hatch struts, before we traded, so that's nice, because now I don't have to prop something up. So this is the back where the carpet and like luggage stuff should be. That's all gutted out. All right there. All this back panel got gutted out. The lights, all the plastic right here, I need to get new ones because the plastic's all cracked and the light bulbs are like falling out. Right here with the spare tire, I did still have the stock spare tire from 81. I just took it out because it's one of those space-saving ones where you store them deflated and you pump them up, and I don't know if I trust it because it's like 30-something years old. So the main issue I think with this car so far is, big old rust spot right there. So it seems to be rusted maybe up until about here, and I could salvage it maybe up to about here, and like so. So I'm gonna eventually just cut this all out one day, all this, just cut it and then get a flat piece of metal to like JB weld in, or weld if I can find a place where my welder will reach. So for right now I'm just kind of sticking this in here so my shit doesn't fall through. So we'll see how long that lasts. Still have the original Nissan bag for the tie iron and the jack. Still the original jack too, which is kind of cool. Throw this in here. Back of the seats are kind of torn up. Pop the hood for you. So like I said, it's the 2.8 liter inline 6 overhead cam engine. L28 I think is the engine code, and this is the one, I forget the specific one because this one's 81, so that's after they kind of reworked it and got a little bit more power out of it. So that's basically it. I'm thinking, he said this is a new radiator, but I just noticed the other day there's a little bit of coolant sitting right up here, so somewhere it is leaking, and that I do not like. But it doesn't seem to overheat unless the temperature gauge is completely off, and it seems to be full of coolant, so I don't know if it's just overflowing and leaking through the radiator cap and dripping down onto the deck, because it doesn't seem to be dripping when the engine's running. I've never seen a puddle underneath the car anywhere I leave. So stock air intake, which is already like a cold air intake because it sits up here in front. I just removed this. I haven't taken this all the way out yet, but I opened this up because I did just chop the muffler off. So I figured no muffler, more airflow through the exhaust, so that might let a little bit more airflow through the intake. Valve cover gasket just does leak a little bit. The guy gave me a new valve cover gasket when he gave me the car, so I'll eventually do that. Thing really cool I like about it, it has a little service light here, and this pops out. If I can remember how to do it. And you can extend it out, so you can work on your engine at night on the side of the road if you don't have a flashlight. So that's the engine. Also, the first thing I did cut the springs because I'm a cheapo and I don't got money for coilovers right now, and I needed more low. So I cut a coil and a half off the front, so the very bottom coil and then half of the next one going up. I think I want to cut another half a coil off, but to get those struts off, getting them off wasn't too hard. Putting them back in, because it was the whole strut assembly with the wheel hub, with the rotor all together, and it weighs like over 50 pounds, and trying to jam it up to line up the strut top, these 3 holes, and then also put it on top of the lower, I don't know, A-arm I guess you'd call it, I don't know the exact word. It was kind of a bitch to do by myself. The rear struts, there's rear springs, I cut 2 full coils off the bottoms, so that's sitting really nice. I do need to get an alignment because it is pretty mad cambered now. I don't know if you can tell in the video, but pretty mad cambered. So, and it looks kind of goofy with these tiny little, what are they, like 195 70R14 tires. So this is what I did with the exhaust. Let me lay down here so I can show you. So this car factory came like this. Right here would be the muffler that goes all right here, and then this pipe actually was on the end of the muffler and shot all the way down to that side, and then another 90 out the car. So what I did, as you can tell, just chopped the muffler off right here as close as the muffler, chopped this off the muffler, and then chopped off the 290 ends, so it was just a straight piece, and then just hack job welded it on with my little 90 amp flux core welder. and just buttoned it back up. Getting this whole pipe section out from the behind the cat was kind of a pain in the ass because it goes up over the subframe and then back down underneath the rear axle and differential and then back up. So there's a bunch of bends and stuff in it. So I ended up trying to rotate this pipe out to get it at the right angle. I kind of bent this, so now that's why this doesn't come straight out. It kind of comes out at an angle. But I kind of like that anyways because more of the exhaust is going to get thrown out the back and not up into the rear of the car. So there's that. So yeah, that's basically it. I guess I can start it up for you. See how it sounds at idle. Maybe get some grab. Not too hard because I haven't started it really today. While I was idling, just when it's cold, the first couple times I give it some gas. I'm sure you heard the little sputtering, kind of like it almost wants to cut out. So I haven't looked into that yet. Once it's warm though, it runs fine, starts right up. Doesn't do that little surging, sputtering thing when the engine's warm. Just notice when the engine's cold. And cold as in engine temperature is not outside because it's got to be at least 100 degrees out right now. So yeah, pretty much what I want to do with this car. Just keep it as my daily driver, obviously, because I don't have another car. But then also drift it. That was the whole reason I wanted to get another rear-wheel drive little car, is to get into the drifting game. But yeah, there she is, the 81 Datsun 280ZX.